Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're diving into an intriguing topic that's been making headlines: the future of the Kenya shilling against the US dollar. Is a recovery to its pre-2020 strength on the horizon? Let's unpack this. So the Kenya shilling has had a bit of a rollercoaster ride over the past few years. Since early 2020, we've seen the shilling weaken considerably, dropping close to 31 units in value compared to the US dollar. Just this January, it hit a low of 161 against the dollar. That's a significant drop from the roughly 101 units it was valued at before 2020. Now, why does this matter? Well, a stronger currency can mean a lot more purchasing power internationally. And for a country like Kenya, this can have huge implications on everything from import costs to inflation. The big question on everyone's mind is, could we see a turnaround by September this year? According to the latest report from the Economic Intelligence Unit, or EIU, there's a glimmer of hope. The report suggests that the US dollar might finally start to lose some of its bullish momentum against local currencies, like the Kenyan shilling. But why September, you ask? Well, it largely ties back to the actions of the Federal Reserve. Since July last year, the Fed has maintained the federal funds rate at a high level, between 5.25 and 5.50%, in an attempt to combat inflation. This high rate has kept the US dollar strong as global investors chase the higher returns available from dollar-denominated assets. However, if the Fed decides to shift its strategy, or if inflation pressures begin to ease, we could see a change in this trend. But here's where it gets interesting. The strength of the US dollar doesn't just affect currencies in isolation. It prompts global investors to sell off their investments in local currencies, like the Kenyan shilling, in favor of those dollar-denominated investments. This swap has been a major factor in the shilling's decline over the past few years. So, what does all this mean for the average person or for businesses in Kenya? A stronger shilling could reduce the cost of importing goods, which in turn could help to control inflation within the country. It could also bolster investor confidence in Kenya's economy, potentially leading to more foreign investment and economic growth. However, it's important to remember that currency markets are incredibly volatile and influenced by a myriad of factors. While the EIU report provides a hopeful outlook, the actual recovery of the shilling will depend on a complex interplay of global economic conditions, investor sentiments, and central bank policies, both in the US and in Kenya. To sum up, while there's hope on the horizon for the Kenya shilling to strengthen back to its pre-2020 levels, the journey there will be closely tied to global economic trends and policy decisions. For now, we'll have to wait and see how these factors play out over the coming months. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to keep an eye on this space as we continue to follow this developing story. Until next time, stay curious and informed.